Hello, everybody. Today we are going to start Unit 6 in close-up, which is about the living planet. Notice the title of the unit and try to guess what it might mean. What does it mean by living planet? Living planet is a planet that supports and maintains life, like our planet Earth. How the Earth supports and maintains life? Earth supplies plants and animals with food, water, heat, and shelter. Notice this picture. What is this picture about? It is the planet Earth. The Earth at night surrounded by a luminous network representing the major air routes. How this picture might relate to the theme of the unit. The picture is of the planet as it looks from space, with the major air routes illuminated to show how interconnected we all are. Let's start the unit with the pre-reading question. To see how much do you know about Earth, you are going to read the following statements and then decide whether they are true or false. Number 1. There wasn't always oxygen on Earth. It's false. There was always oxygen on Earth. Number 2. The world's oldest rock forms date back to just under 4 billion years ago. True. 3. The rise in oxygen levels led to the first ice age. Yes, it's true. Before reading the text in details, go through the text and look at the words in red. Reread the sentences they are found in and try to guess what each word means. Magma.
Magma.
Magma means the hot liquid that forms when rock partially or completely melts. Microbe. Microbe is a tiny living thing visible only by microscope, also called a microorganism. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which plants and some other organisms use light energy to convert water and carbon dioxide into oxygen and high energy carbohydrates such as sugars and starches. Byproduct. Byproduct is something produced in the making of something else, a secondary result or a side effect. Molten means heated to a very high temperature so that it becomes liquid. Oxidation. Oxidation is the process by which other chemicals combine with oxygen. Let's read the text in details to answer the exam task. But before reading the text, you have to understand the text structure. So listen to the following instructions to understand the exam, to understand the text structure to be able to answer the exam task question.
Exam close-up. Understanding the text structure. Remember that in missing paragraph tasks, you don't need to understand individual words or specific ideas. Instead, it's important to understand the structure of the text and how one idea flows on from the previous one. Bear in mind the logical sequence of texts and look for words that mark cohesive development, such as cause and effect, contrasting arguments, use of pronouns, or repetition of verb tenses. For example, the first time a person is mentioned in a text, he or she is usually referred to using their full name and title. Any following references to the same person may use only the person's first or last name. This could be crucial in helping you decide where to place a missing paragraph.
Magma rise sparked life as we know it. Can Earth support oxygen-breathing life due to changes to the planet's magma 2.5 billion years ago? Two geologists believe so.
Our planet has seen some amazing changes. Among these changes was the formation of the world's oldest rock forms around 3.95 billion years ago, as well as the rise of life itself. In order for Earth to support life as we know it today, however, a tremendous change had to take place in Earth's atmosphere. But what brought about this tremendous change in our atmosphere? Scientists once thought that breathable air was created by cyanobacteria, single-celled blue-green microbes that live in the sea. These bacteria were able to harness the sun's energy through the process of photosynthesis. This led to them producing oxygen as a byproduct. This new research consisted of studying 70,000 rock samples from around the world and may have solved the oxidation mystery. The rocks show a dramatic change in Earth's magma composition at the end of the Archean, the earliest geological period, which lasted from 4 to 2.5 billion years ago. What is more, Keller and his co-author Blair Shern speculate that it was the change in where magma forms that triggered the different chemical compositions seen in their rock samples. The scientists argue that such a change could have changed the balance of iron in magma from ferrous to ferric. These different versions of iron react very differently with oxygen. Keller and Shern's theory is supported by fellow scientist William White of Cornell University. In his review of their study, he points out that this change in the composition of magma took place at approximately the same time as the rise in oxygen. I suspect that this isn't coincidental, he says, in agreement with Keller and Shern's conclusions. But before Earth could support this oxygen-absorbing life, the planet was subjected to turmoil because of the rise in oxygen. Before the oxidation event, the greenhouse gas, methane, had already been warming Earth. The two gases, oxygen and methane, readily reacted with one another, bringing about tremendous atmospheric changes. Consequently, when oxygen levels rose, there was a drop in atmospheric methane. In a chain of events, Earth started to cool down due to the decrease in methane. The result? Earth and its inhabitants endured the planet's first major ice age.
Okay, now match the paragraphs from A to G, each one with each gap, okay? But bear in mind that there are two extra paragraphs which you don't need to use. Take some time to think about them and then check the answers. Number 1 with paragraph F, number 2 with paragraph A, number 3 with paragraph E, number 4 with D, and 5 with B. Let's move to exercise D. Match the definitions with these words: absorb, consume, emit, endure, harness, spew, thrive, trigger. To suffer and deal with something painful or unpleasant means endure. To become stronger and healthier means thrive. To flow out quickly in large amounts means spew. To cause something to happen means trigger. To send or give out something means emit. To control and use the force of something, e.g. the sun, to produce energy means harness. Harness. To use or eat something means consume. To take something in means absorb. That's enough for today. The next lesson will be about vocabulary.